For some reason, we had Limp Bizkit on the computer, and I ended up getting 3 Limp Bizkit albums.
My first Limp Bizkit thing was the chocolate flavored
Chocolate
something.
starfish and the hot dog flavored water.
Yeah. There you
Which
go.
is a really brilliant allusion to dirty anal sex. Thank you, the printers, for raising our standards once again.
That's awesome.
No, I remember $3 Bills, y'all, was awesome. Counterfeit was a sexy song. So was the cover of Faith. Did you ever hear that?
Didn't know that existed.
Not at all.
Sorry.
It was awesome, and then me and all my friends, and I lived in Ohio, we decided to gather around the TV to see the debut of the new Limp Bizkit single, and it was Nookie. And it comes on, and we're sitting there like, yes! Oh, what the fuck is this? Man,
that one video
what is he doing?
with the girls in the white hats
pelvic pump
and shit.
What?
The one video with the girls in the white hats, and I think they had like a red shirt on or something.
Oh yeah, they're dancing
that?
like hip hop.
Do you remember that?
Rolling.
I was told, I don't know if that was the song that they were singing, but I was told that I looked like one of those girls when I was in like high school, and I had a white hat, and I think they had white shoes on. I had like K-Swiss shoes on.
You wore K-Swiss?
Yeah.
That's awesome. K-Swiss is a cool brand.
Pair of white shoes.
They regained they figured out how to play music again way too late in the game. They Results May Vary was Results May Vary was an awesome CD, and it had the guitarist from Snot. If you don't know who Snot is, you should check them out.
You should definitely check them out if you've never heard of them.
For some ungodly reason, Lynn Strait. Yeah, he was the lead singer. He died, and there was a tribute album back in like 2001. But Snot was an awesome band, and they had a really short career because, you know, when you get into a horrific car accident, shit happens.
Pumpkin seeds are awesome. I had my first taste today.
But yeah, Limp Bizkit, they after Results May Vary, they made this really weird, obscure, vague CD that had no reference to who it was at all, except for like the name in the corner. It was really, really, really good CD, unfortunately. But Fred Durst is a douche, and he gets.
I didn't even want to talk about Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, let's not talk about Limp Bizkit. Sorry.
We're done with that. Cut. So, Olympics in China and Tibet. Not happy about that. Not cool with killing monks.
You're pissing off monks.
The most peaceful people that I could probably think of, off the top of my head, I'd probably say a monk.
They're an official Chinese territory. I think, and I'm just guessing here, I guess I should do more research. They're kind of are the equivalent of Puerto Rico to us. Where they're a territory, but they don't have a whole lot of sway over them, but now they're trying to impose it because Tibet wants sovereignty and wants to stop being ruled with an iron thumb, I suppose. That's my interpretation of what's been going on.
I'm just kind of pissed off with it. It's not like they have like an army or anything that they can just fight back with.
Who?
I mean, the Chinese are pretty,
they've got a massive army,
powerful.
But they're kind of like our army in that they're not really good at, I would think, guerrilla warfare. They're very...
Yeah, but against Tibet, they could blow it up.
They could blow it up, but then they would look really bad.
I'm just saying they have a lot of military power if they wanted to go in there and like do some serious business, whereas Tibet doesn't really have much at all.
You're right, they could, if not for the fact that, I mean, there's billions of people who feel for the Tibetans, one, and two, there's millions of business deals that would go horribly awry should China attack Tibet aggressively. I'm
just saying.
No, I know.
I'm not saying they should do that.
That's why we're having a conversation.
Okay, well, I feel like you're arguing with me, and I'm not, like...
No, we're having a
disagreeing with what you're saying.
I know. I'm just giving my point of view. I think that, I mean, the Chinese are one of are the superpower of the world. We aren't doing as well as we purport to be doing, and they own us. So...
Yeah, point blank.
But they have a lot of business deals with the world, and people would have no choice but to disengage themselves from future dealings with China, at least for a while, because the fallout from such an attack would last for years. Like, whoa, man, I can't believe you did that. We can't do business with you. God damn it, why did you do that?
People are probably saying the same shit about us
right now. Absolutely, and we bomb Iran, people are done with us.
Oh, man, I can't... that one skit that I showed you I think it was on SNL, that Mac skit where they were releasing new products, new Mac products.
Oh, it was Mad TV.
And the one with Iran.
Yeah.
The shoe.
The Iraq.
Sorry, I was just
and the Iran.
reminded of that.
That was actually a really good skit with that tall dude.
It was awesome. I loved it.
They're good
Dennis
sometimes.
showed me, obviously.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a sad fact. And okay, hold on.
Have pumpkin stuck in your teeth.
Yeah, pretty much. So quit harping on about how it sucks that the Olympics are being held in Beijing. Oh my God, they're human rights abuses, human rights atrocities. They keep their people in absolute servitude to one true God, emperor, whatever.
I can't, this is a side comment, but like, I've seen some of the places where they live.
Yeah.
Like in Tokyo and shit, too. I mean, it's like a little hole in the wall. And they go in there and crawl in and sleep.
Wow.
What is that? Like, there's so many people over there that this is how the housing has to be? Just to... That's a little crazy. Have a little hole in the wall? Sleep in?
Well, yeah, it's their whole purpose to that country is to work, keep that money flowing, keep that money going. They give them the access to like free markets and currency, and then they stifle anybody who looks at it as the way it not ought to be. Cuba's the same way.
Huh?
Cuba's the same way.
I like Cuba better than the Chinese, though. From what little I know.
But you were talking about, you said something about a staged event. What is it? What did the Chinese do? Please reiterate that.
They had pictures of Chinese soldiers carrying costumes, I guess you'd say, uniforms, that looked like, monks and Tibetans. And they were making it look like they were fighting back, like the monks were fighting back with guns and stuff, and it was ridiculous. And then there was another one that was released to Alternative Press. Is that what it is? Is that one called the big press company? I think it's called Alternative Press. Anyway.
No, you mean that's the band. You mean Associated Press.
No, I don't think that's what it's called either.
Okay,
Regardless.
a press of some sort.
Yeah. They released the photos, and there was one that was photoshopped, and they took out a monk that was running away, and not fighting. Like the picture was to show that they were like fighting against them, and it showed the picture that was in the newspaper, and then the actual photo where they were running away from the fight. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Everything's censored over there. Anyway, yeah.
They apparently call it the Great Chinese Firewall. They block all internet sites. You can't.
Oh yeah. I heard about that too. A lot of countries do that. There's like this
thank
whole
God we have free access to revolution and porn.
There's this whole like underground scene where kids blog about what's going on because the news doesn't cover it.
You mean there, like an underground internet revolution? That's inevitably where it would.
Blogs.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, that's kind of cool.
That is cool. Can you? It's in their language, I assume. Has it been translated?
Yeah.
At all?
Well, they have translation websites if you're really interested in doing that.
Ah, yeah. I'll actually look that up.
FrenchTranslation.com. When I sold my computer to that guy in Italy, that's what we used back and forth.
What was it called?
FreeTranslation.com. It happened to be the first hit on Google when
accurate?
I was like translator.
And it's accurate enough?
Huh?
It's accurate enough?
When he used it, I understand perfectly clear what he was saying, and he understood me. Oh, yay. Letters from the IRS.
I assume by now that everybody who's be watching this, all 3 or 4 or 6 of you, you have received this letter in the mail, the Economic Stimulus Payment Notice. This is a letter informing you that they are going to be, I'm just trying to get the number here, 130 million American households are going to be giving us money, sending us an extra check in the mail, a little boost, depending on how many, from $600 to $1,500, $1,600, depending on how many kids you had illegitimately or not. And they want you to believe that they're doing this to stimulate the economy, that all of a sudden they're just pulling money out of nowhere. They didn't have any money before, but they're pulling some money out of nowhere, and they give it all to you. So you can go spend it on more $300 purses and more designer jeans and HD TV and Blu-ray and liquor. Absolutely. Liquor and cigarettes and everything you need to live a healthy, happy life. Unfortunately, that's not really what's going on. What's going on, Shauna? Like, where's this money coming from? I can't.
How much? Let's
like, they're being so good to us. I can't believe they're giving us. Where's the money coming from? That's all I can
inform our viewers on how much it costs to send that out.
What was it? $42 million they spent. 420. Was it 42 or 420?
Lots
and lots of millions of dollars to make this letter and send it out to all of you to inform you that they're going to be sending you a lot
another
less.
Letter.
Yeah, another piece of paper that has numbers on it that apparently means something when you take it to a bank, even though your money isn't really your money because
Chinese own us. In a sense.
We borrowed money from them to keep our economy going. We borrowed money from them to pay off debts we already owed. So we owed them money. So we're basically borrowing $600 to $1,500, lots and lots of millions of dollars, again, from the Chinese to stimulate our economy so we can go out and buy more Chinese-made goods so we can fuel their economy, which is overtaking ours, because they have taken away that critical human element, that will to live and strive as a single unit, and they've managed to convince an entire nation of people that they have nothing more to work for than the glory of the nation. See, we haven't gotten there yet. We're working on it, though. We're breaking people down. And the fact of the matter is I don't know. Yeah, so we're going to be buying cheaply made goods and from Walmart. And
what do you think is ultimately going to happen between the U.S. and the Chinese? I mean, are they going to come and be like, you have to pay us back, or you have to, I mean...
This is something I don't know a whole lot about, is the auctioning off of money, of currency. Because I was reading recently that our money, there were like stockpiles of 20s and 100s that they were selling away at auction. And they bought it for far less than it was actually worth as
they
printed on
do
the paper.
that?
Yeah. And the
who's
Chinese have
allowed
a whole lot of money of our currency this way. And the rumor has it is that one of these days they're just going to flood our currency, our economy, like flood our...
Those bitches!
Yeah, which would thus make our dollar even more worthless.
Who has the authority to sell money like that?
The Treasury Department, I would assume.
They would do that?
The bank, yeah.
That sounds a little too,
shady as fuck.
There you go, shady, yeah.
Almost ridiculously so. Yeah, and unfortunately I'm not making it up to make myself sound smart. I'm not smart. I don't know anything. And again, and I've made this point before, we don't know anything. What's going on is far more pervasive than my little vitriolic
we read
rant.
articles.
We read articles, but I mean, even they all go through a filter of some sort. There's so much shit that we don't know. Even if you go through all the top censored stories.
Yeah. By the way, dig.com. DIGG.com.
I don't even think they need the advertising.
that.
They don't need the advertising. Look how convenient it is that I only have to pick my own.
Wow, I just finished
Fucking
a sentence like 3 or 4 times in my head with different words.
Congratulations. Basically, we're borrowing money from the Chinese and we're giving it right back to them. And you can keep harping on and on and on and on about how it's horrible that we're hosting the Olympics and that we shouldn't support China because of their human rights abuses. Well, their human rights abuses pay for your privileged lifestyle. Their human rights abuses pay for your purses and your CD players and your big TV and your pants and everything that you own. Check around, walk around your house, see where it was made. China. And if not China, then some other third world country that's pretty much trying to copy the model China set up. With more or less success, just not as big. Yeah, quit being a fucking hypocrite. If you really don't want to support China, run around naked and sleep in the street, because that's the only way you're ever going to be able to truthfully and honestly protest against China's detrimental ethical means by which they run their country.
You know something I like about China?
What do you like about China?
About how families can only have one child.
That's a really good idea. That's a really good plan.
Because they're already sleeping in holes. I mean, I don't think they need any more people over there.
No, but
She's talking about everything we hate about China, but I'm like,
like that's like the only good thing. Like, it's law that you can't have. I don't even know if they enforce that anymore though. Like,
what happens when you do get pregnant
like,
a second time? You know, like,
you think they give you an abortion, but they don't allow abortion services to reach those countries. Because yeah, we had an agency set up that was sent to China. It was part of the Center for Reproductive Health or something along those lines. Part of the health, whatever. And we had people that went over there and were trying to teach Chinese women about birth control and how to keep your family small. And they faced opposition here and over there. And like pro-life organizations were lobbying and saying that they were over there encouraging them to sleep around, and that they were trying to poison them or give them trying to inspire a hedonistic lifestyle, and so they got their funding cut, so they couldn't do it anymore. So families over there are starting to have more families because I mean they live in such far away.
So
they live like out in the middle of nowhere. Who can enforce that rule? Who's going to enforce it? And who can afford to have an abortion?
Wasn't it Russia?
And more and more people who are poor, because their lands have been taken. Their lands they would farm have been taken away from them. Weird, just like here. Subsidized. Anyway, go ahead.
Russia, was it Russia that had that population issues?
Was it Russia?
Some country had like population issues where I mean they needed more people, like a bit better population, and they had a national like sex day.
Yeah.
Was that Russia?
I don't remember.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, they had
I was like, dude, that's so cool. Everyone has sex today. Like,
they told everyone to go home early and get busy because they needed they wanted more people for more industry. But they just want to build minions. That's all the point. The purpose of expanding population is to build an army and build minions for your vast machinery.
I don't even know anything about Russia.
I wish I knew more.
Isn't it cold there?
I've heard that, and it's very oppressive and very dreary. Like drab is a word that comes to mind.
Val Kilmer, that movie, The Saint. Was that in Russia?
It might have been. I don't know. It's been since 1990.
That movie was amazing. I love that movie.
I haven't seen it.
That's one of my favorite. Like that was one of my first favorite movies that I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. You know what I watched yesterday that wasn't that good?
What?
Ghostbusters.
Really?
No,
That's funny because we were just talking about watching that over the weekend.
Like the second one I think is awesome. Because I remember the second one being awesome, but the first one is only okay.
I've never seen either one of them.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sucky.
I watched the cartoon.
It's too late. I would have brought it over here because I had it on Netflix. But no, it's not that good. There's
so why do I have to watch it?
Well, because it sets up the story for the second one, which happens to be awesome.
Okay, all right.
Like Vigo. But the first one is kind of it's really funny and then really horrific. Like you're like, ha ha ha! Oh my god!
It's not cartoon, right? It's like real.
No, it's real. It's got Bill Murray.
What does like Slimer look like?
Like a hologram. Like when you go to the Haunted Mansion at Disney World, the ones that are
dancing. Is that cheesy?
No, but it works out. It's okay. It's cool.
Okay, all right. Because Slimer is awesome.
Sweeney
Todd. You have to see Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, we'll
Sweeney Todd is fucking. Right on it. I loved it. Top 5 list of musicals for me.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I need to know.
Hair is another one that you have to see if you haven't seen it.
I haven't. Hair? Just Hair?
Hair. Not Hairspray. Hair. That's number 1. Number 1 musical for me.
Ooh.
And then Once, which you also haven't seen.
I have not.
You haven't seen like the top 3.
No, but I have a couple of musicals at heart already. I've got Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
That's good.
Moulin Rouge.
I can't even think of his name right now, and that really...
Ewan McGregor?
Yeah, I can't.
You don't like Ewan McGregor? Take these pumpkin seeds and burn in holy hell! You are soulless.
Really?
Ewan McGregor is awesome.
Okay, was he... Oh, no, he wasn't in that movie.
Train Spotting, Eye of the Beholder, Shallow Grave. He was in The Island, but we can forgive him for that because he got to make out with Scarlett Johansson. Good career move. Ewan McGregor is awesome.
Scarlett Johansson's way better than that.
No, Ewan McGregor is pretty cool.
I
think you need a primer. I think you need to watch a bunch of Ewan McGregor movies. Either that or I'm just being...
I really liked Moulin Rouge, but I just don't like him.
Okay, why don't you like him? There's something about him?
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, I don't like, I didn't like Natalie Portman for a really long time. And then she did Closer. And I was a fan after that.
Have you seen The Professional?
The Professional?
The movie she did when she was like 12. Or she like...
Who else is in
Hurt Gary Oldman, that French guy from Godzilla.
Wow.
It's this little girl's family gets like massacred over a drug deal gone wrong with a crooked cop, which is Gary Oldman. And an assassin, a cleaner, happens to live next door to this family, and the girl just came home from getting milk while they're being assassinated. And she like knocks on his door and is like, answer, 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 answer. So he answers, and then she realizes what he does, and like begs him to teach her how to kill people so she can get her
revenge. Oh shit. We have the cat in front of the camera. Come here, baby.
That's him.
Hey. Awesome. The cat's name is Clyde. Come on, buddy.
He's got a fantastic beard.
I know. The cat's butt.
But yeah, the movie's really fucking great. It's by the guy who did The Fifth Element.
Oh, I like that movie.
His first American movie. That movie's awesome.
I can't believe Mila went so downhill with the Resident Evil one.
Well, I mean, what else is she gonna do? She's really soulless. I mean, we've discussed this before.
Yeah.
She is soulless.
But the Fifth Element.
She's got like 3 modes, like musical, somber, and like screaming. Because she has a band, apparently. Yeah.
What's it called?
But usually she's either like looking really blank or like, ah!
I want to hear it.
I don't know what it's called.
Totally
I just know that she
hear
has a
it.
band.